Yeah, we're back. We're back. All right. So as you can see, the market did break the low. Everybody should be in profit. I'm gonna play some music. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Money Show.
You are now
Yeah.
listening to Anyway Well.
I wanna welcome you to roll.
Anyway Well. Welcome to our music family. You are now listening to Anyway Well. Welcome to our music family.
All right. Everyone should be in profit. Everyone should. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just rap to it. Everyone should be in profit. Everyone should be in profit. The market broke the low. If you didn't know, you can see it here. Blue, that blue arrow. It shows that it broke the low. So you should be in profit. Everybody should be in profit. You should
You
be
are
in
now
profit.
listening to
Ain't no way that you
Anyway
can
Well.
stop this. Profit, passion, profits. Turn your passion into profit. Ain't no way that you can stop it. Stop. Everyone should be in profit.
Anyway Well.
Everybody should be in profit. Ain't no way that you could ever. I don't like that beat. All right, you know what time it is if you're tuned in. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to send this message out to all the people that I love and care about. Because, you know, at a certain point, it can't get easier than someone telling you, hey, you should be in profit. It can't get no easier. It can't get better than that. Better than that. So this is a service at the end of the day and beginning.
Anyway Well.
At the end of the day, I would have. At the end of the day, understand the topic. Everybody should be in profit. Everybody should be in profit. Everybody should be in profit. Okay, the market broke the low and you should be in profit. The market broke the low and you should be in profit. The market broke the low and you should be in profit. The market broke the low and you should be in profit. The market broke the low and you should be in profit. The market broke the low and you should be in profit. The market broke the low and you should be in profit. I don't really even think that there's a way to stop this. I'm just letting you know.
Anyway Well.
market broke the low, and you should be in profit. Oh, I don't know. I don't get it. It's so laggy.
You are now listening to Anyway Well.
The market broke the low, and you should be in profit. Don't really even think that there's a way to stop this. You should be in profit. Profit took me ritual. I can turn your passion to profit. You will remember ritual. I don't wanna hit you up. I just rather give you steps to profit to ritual. Coming through. No, not coming through. Coming through, going through. What's up, baby? Oh, no. Is it really out? No, hold on. Let me finish doing what I'm doing. Okay, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna come back and sing this out. Let's see. Anybody tuned in?
You are now listening
Jamel,
to
I'm still in
Anyway
from
Well.
yesterday. Great job, Daniel. What's up, Sheila? What's up? Everybody, profit. Everybody in profit. Oh, everybody in profit. Yeah, everybody in profit. Every night this week, man, it broke at 9. And there's something unique and rare to find. Being profit at the same time all the time. Being in profit at the same time all the time. What's the time now? 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every day this week, man, it broke at 9. Every day this week it broke at 9, and you should have been in profit in 1 to 2 hours. You already know what time it is. Ooh. I'm so goddamn silly. Okay. We gotta start. We gotta bring the heat, man. We gotta get these viewers up. Come on, let's find a good beat. Anyway, it was good knowing you, but I can't. Okay. Alright. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't even feel like doing that.
You are now listening to Anyway Well. You are now listening to Anyway Well.
Everybody should be in profit. Everybody should be in profit. Everybody should be in profit. I'm not playing. I'm just saying. Oh, you should know. You should go.
Welcome to our music family.
Everybody here should be in my family. Alright, I gotta go away from it. This producer anyway. Well, I mean, you got some ideas, man. Let's turn the game on. Trying to do that right now.
Purchase your tracks today.
No. Come on, man.
Purchase your track. Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today.
Time when you knew to do, you was eating noodles.
Purchase your track today.
Well, as you can see, the market, I mean, it's like I gotta pull the screen up because it's like it's just making that much movement. It's making that much movement, man. It's a movement you can use. I don't got no movement, I just show these movements. You know you can use it, please do not abuse this. I don't have no movement, I just show these movements. You know you can use this, please do not abuse.
Purchase your track today.
No, don't abuse this. And no, you can't confuse this. No, don't abuse this. You cannot confuse this. Ain't no competition, no. Ain't no competition, no. I'm your reflection, oh. No, no. No, 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 no. tonight, it's on the profit. You already know I got it when you stop it. Ah, nah, 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 and oh, no, 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 got the profit.
Purchase your track today.
Oh, no, you can't drink this. This is my drink. No, that's my drink. I'm
Purchase
telling
your
you,
track today.
it's got ginger in it. Daddy made that for himself. You can use it. I mean, you can drink some, but make sure Kobe gets some too.
Purchase your track today.
This is so motherfucking incredible, man. Okay. Let's see, we're gonna add this to the screen. Let's go another step forward further. We're gonna take it. We're gonna invite y'all into the private. Alright. Damn, I gotta keep moving the chart because it's plummeting. Okay.
Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today.
quick shout out to Jocelyn. Her tonight's profit was, whoa, is that $1,900 for the night? Woo! Let's give a shout out every single day. Every single day, as you can see on Jocelyn. Go ahead. She utilizing the profitable ritual to the fullest extent.
Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today.
How's the family doing?
Doing good, man. You know, everything this year's been on the up and up, to be quite honest, man. Can't come.
Hey, man. Hey, I mean, last year was one that set the standard for, I mean, because I've never been alive and experienced a recession. So for it to get to that, I mean, it wasn't a recession. I mean, a recession is one thing, but a pandemic is a whole nother thing. So for us to go through that and then still be alive, I mean, people did die. So to still see that you alive, it's good to hear from you, because it's. I just talked to one of my students, and he was like, "P, man, my grandmother died in COVID." I'm like, "Damn," you know. And I don't know if it was for the COVID, but damn, you know.
Hey, my grandma supposedly died of COVID too, bro. But I think the hospital killed her, to be quite honest.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You know, because in my opinion, I don't know how you giving somebody that could breathe 40%
Yeah.
a ventilator.
Go ahead.
You know, and you're basically beating on their heart.
Go
and
ahead.
their lungs.
Go ahead.
You're beating them to death.
Go ahead. And they can't do nothing because they in that. It's like when I thought, because I had symptoms. I have bad allergies, but I got to the point where I was gasping for air, and it was weird because I smoke weed. So I'm like, is it pollen? And then it got to a certain point where I was looking at my wife. I was like, man, I got it. She was like, nigga, go get in the shower. Put your head under the water. But that didn't really help though. That ginger, that kombucha, that's what people need, because it's like it. When I was researching the COVID, and it was just explaining like the throat. I mean the nostril. It's like, man, kombucha saved my life, bro. I swear. If people had kombucha, go ahead.
It's the infection on your mucus.
The mucus, bro. That kombucha. That's what niggas need, because that kombucha saved my life. I swear to God, when I heard about COVID, I was like, man, that's just some mass order shit. Like, it's just the government want us in order. But when I started getting them symptoms, that never happened in life. And when I started researching, I'm like, okay, I really got this, but I got the small side effects. So I could only imagine what a person in a hospital was going through mentally and being on the machine. That shit. Bro. But I'm just glad we ain't. Did you have symptoms, or did you go through any COVID?
Nah, you know what, bro? I haven't been sick for like 6-7 years, man.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But I did change shit that I was doing, you know what I'm saying, as far as me and my family. Like, we started drinking lemongrass.
Yeah.
And fucking turmeric.
Yeah, you made the transition.
Yeah, seaweed, sea moss, and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, because I had to find stuff to combat with the immune system, you know, a lot of vitamin C, you know what I'm saying, a lot of ginger, you know, so combating it just, you know, but I haven't had no symptoms or nothing, and I get my temperature checked every day at work.
Bless
so,
you.
you know.
Hey man, I'm glad to see you doing good.
I'm trying to get out of work anyway, man. About another 6 months and I'm out of there.
What's taking you so long? What? I'm here to help you make the transition, man. What's going on?
You know, because to be honest, bro, y'all taught me, you know what I'm saying, like 4 or 5 years ago. You know that.
Yeah.
So, like, I was going hard, man, but I didn't really, you know what I'm saying, want to fuck with it by myself. So I kind of got like $10,000 worth of crypto. I mean, 10,000 shares of crypto basically taken from me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I brought it with my boy. The nigga didn't want to give me my shares, and I got ass naked. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it happens. I think that's what makes you a better investor / trader / entrepreneur. You got to go through failures.
So then it also kind of pushed me like, oh, I ain't fucking with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so I didn't mess with it for maybe, I want to say like a year and a half, 2 years. So I've only been back like 2 years.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Trade and like back on it. So I'm just building everything up, and the job is kind of helping me maintain and be able to get to where I need to get to before I quit it.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's
I'm
right.
gonna jump out there and
No, that's right. That's right.
without a parachute.
That's right. I mean, that's mature. But you gotta look at me, right? COVID hit, and I was doing an advertising job. I was working with a company called Arrow Advertising. You can go look up Steve Harvey Show. We were on there. we provide jobs to the youth, sign spinning, and that job pays anywhere between, $10 to $20 an hour as a professional sign spinner. Now, pro sign spinner might not sound like anything, but sign spinning is a professional sport. So when you got to, and then when you look on Steve Harvey's show and you see the fact that we were able to get on that plateau, it's like, it's one thing to be able to provide jobs, but it's one thing to be able to link up with Steve in general. So for me, when I was working with that advertising company on and off since 2012. It's 2021. So for me, it's like 10 years somewhere. That's a long goddamn time. But see, me, I always liked, like after 2010, I was looking for flexibility. I was looking for things that I could do when I chose to do it. But I didn't really want the thing to be sales, though. I wanted to find something that would give me the guaranteed income. That way I can do my passion on the side of whatever that thing is. I don't tell people, I tell everybody, a guaranteed check is a guaranteed check. But I'm going to tell you real shit, Louis. Like, I'm going to tell you the realest shit, bro. I lost my advertising job in COVID. I did not get unemployment. I did not get a stimulus. So for me, to be a trader, that's one thing. To be a trader and be able to go in the market and just put some money in there and dictate your moves based on your style, that's a skill. And then to have real estate as a skill too, just to be able to leave out the house. So when I lost my job, I was forced with what I was already prepared for, because that's the whole point of me learning trading in real estate. When I was 17 years old, I was reading about martial law and and just, niggas pulling up and saying you can't come out the house. So when I was 17, I was already on quarantine shit. I'm like, nah, this new world order gonna come. We need martial law is gonna come. So at 17, even younger, I was always afraid of that shit. But when that shit happened last year, that was the closest I had ever seen it be. That was the closest I had ever seen it to being like martial law. So for me, when I lost my job, the first month went by. I'm like, damn, okay, let my unemployment come. The unemployment didn't ever come. Kenny, what's going on?
What it do, man?
What's going on? Let me finish my statement real quick, Kenny. So I lost my job in COVID. And for the first month, I was like, okay, my unemployment coming, because I hit my business partner up. He said, P, your unemployment, just go ahead and I'm going to take care of everything for you. You should be receiving unemployment. I didn't get any unemployment. So I'm sitting at home the first month. I'm like, okay, I got some money, but the money I had, I didn't want to really touch it. So I said, you know what, let me focus on doubling down, because I know a lot of people are hurting right now. And then what really pushed me, bruh, in COVID, I was listening to the radio, bruh, and this lady was like, oh, I hope y'all can help me. We don't know what to do. You hear somebody saying shit like that. Oh, I don't know what to do. I lost my job. When you hear people saying this and you know how to trade, you start not just thinking about yourself. So I had lost my job, not got an unemployment, not got a stimulus check, and I'm an entrepreneur, so I don't depend on those things. But like you said, Louis, I utilize, and it's great to utilize a guaranteed check, but at a certain point, we got to scale. How do we scale out of the job? Well, in COVID, the first month, I didn't make any money. I was like, okay, shit, my unemployment coming. I'm taking the goddamn break. I wanted a break. I needed a break. I'm taking a break. That was my mentality. That second month came. The unemployment didn't come. The stimulus didn't come. I was like, okay, it's going to come. Then I started being like, man, P, you better than that, man. Because you got to keep this in mind, Louis, while I'm telling you about the job. At a certain point, the job is there for that guaranteed check. But how do we transition out of it? You got to...
Well, you know what? I'm going to keep it funky. I'm ready to transition out of my job. Like, basically...
Two things you need. Let me give you two things you need.
What basically happened was
But let me.
You basically gave me a plan, and I kind of listened to it, but it's been taking me
But you're not gonna be able to do it by yourself. You're not even gonna be able to do it by yourself, though. Okay. I don't want you to think that you're just gonna make the transition just based on some trading shit. Nah. You actually need to say, okay, as a family man, do you have a wife?
Yeah, we got 5 kids, man. We got 5 babies.
So I'm saying, I mean, I just want to make sure, you never know what happens after you haven't spoken to a person in a minute. You never know. Divorces happen. I'm not trying to put that on you, but what I'm saying is, what's going on, Adam? What I'm saying is, what's going on? Hold on, let me finish this. What I'm saying is as much as we think we're going to transition, you have to say, okay, how am I going to transition? So the job is one thing, guaranteed check. So you're fine. You're doing everything right. Are we going to transition out of the job because we got a profitable business? Well, you got to keep in mind, what happened to P in COVID? I lost my job. So I could only tap into my skill in COVID. I didn't get an unemployment. So I could only tap into my skill. But when you got a skill of trading and you like, nah, let me save my money, you say, don't even use that skill of trading. Because in the pandemic, what matters most? You making money or you showing others how to make it in the pandemic? See, we can focus on making money and we can make money. But the thing about it is what I figured out in COVID, bruh, that made me a rich entrepreneur, not a successful. I've been successful since 2012 online. But when it comes to being a rich nigga, like on some, I'm showing my mentor 2 motherfucking days and he say, P, I'm going to send you 5K. At a certain point, wait, hold on. And I'm playing the game doing this, y'all. You got to understand this, Louis. I'm playing the goddamn game live. In 2016, I saw Billy Jean is marketing. I saw him in his office playing the game, teaching us advertising, and hiring people. He was doing 4 things at once. He was teaching us on live. I'm on live right now. Okay? Then he was playing the game. I'm playing the game right now. Then he was teaching us advertising. I'm teaching funding and trading. And then he was hiring niggas. So the only way that you can transition out of the job, you got to create something to actually go into. Now, Louis, you know I respect you as an entrepreneur. You already know this. But it's actually not going to happen just by yourself. If you making money in your business, it can happen. But if you're not making money in your business, if you're not making money trading, if you have a little bit support from your wife, there has to be a time in life where we say, hey, I need 2 years. Okay? Can you hold me down for 2 years? Or ask them for 6 months, depending on that loved one that you have in your household. Because at a certain point in my life, I had to do that. I was like, bro, trading is at the forefront. Real estate is at the forefront. Baby, I need your help. Can you hold me down for, 2 years? I had that in my mind. Could she do that? No. She was a manager at Dunkin' Donuts. But I progressed. I fell forward. And then taxes hit 1 year. And then I said, look, man, we just going to pay the rent off 6 months. That can transition you out of the job. But if you're not thinking in that manner, because a lot of people, I know when I was younger, I used to think that millionaires were successful in business. But then I met one entrepreneur named Russell Simmons, right? And that entrepreneur changed my life because, well, before I go to Russ, I met another entrepreneur. My mother introduced me to this entrepreneur. And he was showing me, P, instead of trying to make money, just build the credit, get the money. So what happens is you start looking at money different if you see credit as the forefront. I don't see credit as the forefront anymore. It'll always be relevant. But the game we got as far as trading, firms are giving us 100K without credit. So knowing this, you got to say, do you know, like, whatever you know right now can help you transition, but you got to have support from your family, and you need to have rent paid off or a storefront paid off if you're serious. But the reason I'm doing this call tonight, everybody should be in profit. All right. I'm not playing anymore. I'm not talking to people no more. I'm not giving people signals. I'm keeping it point blank, period, simple. Everybody should be in profit. And if you can't profit by me telling you you should be in profit, I mean, you can go do what you were doing. But at this point, man, like I'm teaching my mentors. I'm teaching my financial mentors that are funding people PPP loans right now. So imagine you got a connection that's funding PPP 20,000 loans. If you go to bcaculture.com, that's a software created by my mentor, and that'll help you get the PPP right now. If you add the group BCA Culture Community, you will see that people got funded today. So, but if you get a 20K PPP loan, can that help you transition out of a job? Hell yeah. But you have to have that loan or that funding. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm no more talking about trading ever again, because at a certain point, we've elevated over 5 years. Everybody know, if you're talking to me right now, it's profitable ritual. I'm teaching to my mentors are profitable ritual at this point. I'm on the goal to sit down with Warren, Bill. And if you don't know who Warren and Bill is, then you out of the loop. I'm starting to realize, hey, P, just go and sit down and have a conversation with these people about OO and profitable ritual. And that's mine. But what I gave to y'all is so that you didn't learn from a trader. You learned from an entrepreneur. I gave you that and said, I'm not teaching it to you for you. I'm teaching it to you so you can go teach it. And when I said teach it, I wasn't really meaning strangers. All of y'all were strangers to me. I said teach it because the family, man. Everybody that did OO tonight and last night and the night before were in profit at 9. Jamil, what's going on? But at motherfucking, bro, at 9? At 9. From yesterday. But OO broke at 9 p.m. every single day this week. And if you were conservative, you only stayed in 1 hour. Jamil just said, bro, I stayed in he didn't even have to stay in last night. But he chose to. He said, let me just let this shit ride. And that's against what I teach. But guess what? When you know what you know, you already know. You already know how it's hidden. It's like you can go to sleep and wake up in profit. I don't tell niggas to do that, but at a certain point, and 1 hour every night this week, everybody should be in profit. And at a certain point, I scaled up. I'm telling y'all, I had to scale up my business because a few of my students are getting paid now. But one of my students came to me and she was like, Quanice, she said, P, I got my first $1,000 student. Now, what happens when you taught her for free? What happens when you actually taught that one for free and she studied it for 3 months and then came back and said, P, I got some money for you. What you got money for me for? Like, I don't need your money. I'm just glad that you empowering the 500 people in your group. She got 500 people in her. Go ahead, Jay.
So I also noticed that when it comes to the OO and marking the high and the low, that sometimes it does not break those barriers. Like if it breaks for a buy, it will not go below that line on the top of the OO. And if it goes for a sell, it doesn't come back above that line. So there's something really going on with the OO because it won't break it. So for example, if you go back and look at other times, when it was above, it was above. When it went below, it just went below. So that was time for you to get out. But that is a good support and resistance as far as technical.
We can't call it. We cannot call it a support and resistance, and I'm gonna tell you why. Support and resistance, you draw it on anything else. Go draw it on something else and wait for a break. The break of the OO is not support, even though it resembles it, and yes, he is right. It's a fact that it does support the resistance and support. It does respect it. But we can't, because if we're thinking that what we're doing with OO is support and resistance, no, it's actually, I feel as though, I know for a fact, It's 90%, if not better. It's 90% of the time more accurate than anything else I've ever heard anybody. Like, I don't talk about this shit. I'm playing the game live and I got students telling me, hey, it broke. I ain't even paying attention to it no more. I don't even look at the chart anymore because my students, look at this shit, bro. When you got people, let me show y'all this, man. When your students are doing one trade a day, you start saying, okay, I need to charge $100K. When you're look at this, man. It wasn't even the whole hour, and Jocelyn just sent me this. And keep in mind, she's a free student. She sent me that at what, 9? Look at that, man. Come on, man. You see that for the night? That was for the night. And she only doing one trade a day, technically. And if you look at all of her trades, she on the 21st at the top. I can't even go all the way at the top. But every single day, she only been doing one trade a day. And I don't even talk. I can't. If I call her right now, she ain't even going to get on. She ain't even going to get on. And I don't know if it's a love-hate relationship, but it's like she don't even need to talk to me. Because I gave her the profitable ritual. And that's how I want to distribute this, because at a certain point, whoever's working with me, I'm not reaching for no goddamn million. I'm reaching for the billion. And one thing I learned from Ray Dalio, P. Diddy mentor. No, I think I learned it from another billionaire. He said, if you can create something. No, Ray said it. I think Ray said it or someone else said it. He said, if you can create something that 1 billion people can buy for $1, you can become a billionaire. So can I give OO away for free? Yes. Can I give this game away for $1? Yes. Kenny paid. Louis sent people. Jamel was here from the start. But at this point, I'm not looking at no payments, because when I first started making money in 2012, I was giving money away. And that's what I want y'all to understand. So y'all got to keep in mind, trading is one thing, but funding is how I became successful online. And I became successful online giving money away through gaming. GameFly was linked up with Instant Rewards, and they would pay you $20 to have people sign up for free. So I started making money for free. And at this point now, 2021, we're helping traders get access to millions. And we're helping people right now. And really, anybody that I talk to, I'm only talking to you for 2 days with this PPP 20K. So if you're like, man, P, how I get to 20K? Listen, the IRS just want to see that you were impacted. But no one has a software like my team. Okay, my team, if you go to bcaculture.com, that's one of my mentors who created a software for high limit funding and business credit. Right now, I'm not talking about business credit, and I'm not talking about getting funded through credit. I'm just letting you know that bcaculture.com is a platform where we ain't got to deal with people. We got a software now to help us get this funding. That's monumental in my... Go ahead.
Yo, quick question, man. What's the percentage to pay back that 20 grand?
15%.
And how long?
Well, no. First and foremost. Hey, y'all keep it down. Let me reiterate. The 20K is a forgivable loan, meaning you don't have to pay it back, Louis. But once you get the 20K, based on BCA helping you get it, there is a 15% charge. Okay? So when you get the 20K, the company will get a cut. And then based on BCA, you can get a cut. Like if you shared some, like say you shared, helped your wife get an app done. If you would, I don't want to make it complicated, but to keep it simple, if you got a personal account, bank account, business bank account, that 20K hits your account. You don't got to pay it back if you use the 20K for payroll. So let's just say you got your wife on payroll and your children on payroll. If you pay your family, you don't got to pay the 20K back. If you use it for business,
15%, what is that, like $1,500, somewhere around there?
come on, man. Come on. At this point in time, I want people to know last year I didn't get no unemployment.
Yeah, for that shit. I wanted 20K.
But you gotta not look at yourself, Louis. You gotta not look at yourself. Right now, you gotta look at.
It's just gonna help fund. Like, to be honest, I wanted to holler at you on some other shit when I was hollering at you and we used to have conversations back and forth. You used to be talking about OPM and as far as real estate.
Yeah.
And like, I'm really trying to study.
Okay, let's stop. We're gonna stop talking about PPP. Let's go to real estate. Real estate right now. Credit facility with one of my hard money lenders. We have $1 million to use for 34 states. So that's 34 million. Meaning, without your credit, talking about OPM. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, if you drive down the street and find a house that needs 40K, we can buy it now. I mean, not 40K, not a house that costs 40K. If you find a house that needs 40K in rehab, we can buy it now. But you got to keep in mind, we have $1 million that we have to utilize. So once you access your first round of funding, you also have to rehab the house. And then you have to use the rest of the $1 million for that state. So if...
I appreciate this information right here, though, because that's actually what I'm going through right now, and you right on point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all of that, because I got a lady that's doing, she's doing the state funding, and as far as with the PPP, as far as with the payroll, like if you do have a business already and you have payroll of some sort, and you got the APN, all that other kind of stuff.
You good to go.
You know what he's talking about. So I've been watching from afar. So like I say, I'm not in those shoes yet to actually do it yet, but I'm gonna follow your duplication and figure, like I said.
But I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I'm gonna tell you the realest shit I could ever tell you. My mentor, Chris Childs, if y'all know anything about MCA, right? Chris and his father are the ones who introduced it to people like Gregory Perdrio, DeMar Lumpkin. The people that you saw making good money in MCA, Chris and his father put everyone on. And I want you to understand that. I need you to understand that. But guess who Chris called the other day and said, P, P. He messaged me. He said, P, I just need your help circling OO. And it changed my life because I'm like, nigga, you my goddamn mentor, nigga. He said, nah, P, I get it. I see it. I see you, P. He said, I need you to come into the office. Now, this nigga done went, look, he a celebrity mentor to me. He mentors celebrities. So for me, it's like, I'm mentoring my celebrity mentor. It's like, what the fuck? But guess what? One of the lucrative things I knew when I got into gold, I was going to be able to do that. I just had to figure it out. But one thing, I went to his office. I was trying to learn about the goddamn business funding that he does. And he's like, nah, P. He's like, nah, P. I want to talk to you about OO. And y'all know about FTMO. Everybody on here know about FTMO right now, right? When you got a business funding person telling you, hey, P, I thank you for teaching me about FTMO, but listen, man, I can help you get 100K right now. On some, hey, Kenny, we can get Kenny 100K. Now, we ain't even talking about 20K for PPP. We talking about just because he can see how lucrative OO is, he's like, P, it's pretty much a guarantee. And I'm sitting in the office like, so what you're telling me right now, because he's telling me, P, do you got an LLC for Profitable Ritual? I was like, no, man, I've been operating my business through a DBA since 2012 because I've been making money online. So it was never a need for me to go get a legal document from the fucking state. I'm like, shit, they paying me. I started receiving payments online through PayPal. That changed my life. But sitting down with him, he said, P, the government want to see that you were impacted in COVID. At least 25% of your income had to decline. And I was like, yeah, my income declined. And I was like, but I don't have no business account though, Chris. Because I thought you had to have a business account. And he was like, nah, man, you good. Long as he said, as long as you got a personal account that can show that it was impacted, we can get you the funding. And I was like, so you telling me I don't even have to have a business account? He said, no, you want to go ahead and get the business account because when they send you the money, they can't put the money in your personal account. So look at this. If you wasn't prepared, and today, if you're not prepared, because I wasn't prepared, so if you're not prepared, for those who are prepared, they're going to get it, or they possibly can get it. But for people who not prepared, Mike, hold on. Hey, what's going on? Hey.
How you gentlemen doing? I ain't never met y'all before though, but it's a pleasure meeting y'all too.
Tell him that we're not supposed to buy things online.
How is he running?
He's not buying something, but tell him we are not
But
supposed to.
like I say, man, this thing that he got going on here is a monster right here. So, but like when he came back on, I also wanted to make sure that we also understood the power of what we're doing. Because like I say, the OO to me is damn near on a 1,000%. It's like on the my mother had a phone call, but it's very valuable. But P, if you could touch up on a point of business or like on a business scale, can we calculate our losses if there are any? As far as in, can we get that money back as far as in losses too? Can we?
You was talking about in trading?
Well, as far as in trading, like by you being a trader, if you do have losses in the forex market, those aren't calculated as losses because those were investments that didn't go correct. Is that correct?
Well, most people aren't educated and they don't take advantage of the IRS site. So on the IRS site, there's a document, and I'll send this to y'all, and it explains the difference between a investor, a dealer, and a trader. And it states that if you're an investor, you're not going to benefit off your losses. If you are a trader, you're going to benefit. But I wasn't really educated on what the difference was. But when I read the document, which I'll send y'all, it literally says it's called mark-to-market election. And with market to election, you're trading and you're trading. If you do 4 trades a day, so many a week, 720 a year, with a 15,000 account or better, you're going to benefit off your losses. But you have to have a $15,000, at least you can't have no $100 account and benefit. You can't have a $100 account. You can't have a $100 account and lose and benefit. You can. But if you can't even have a $1,000 account and lose and benefit off the loss. But when you start getting to a $15,000 account, and then because keep in mind, on the document, it literally says the IRS wants to see that you are seeking profit from the market, which we are, but they don't care about you profiting. They just want to see that you're putting forth the effort to profit. And how do they see that we're putting forth the effort? If you're doing 1 trade, they're not going to see you putting forth the effort. But if they see you doing 4 trades a day, 4 to 5 days a week, that's a business, and they're gonna respect it, and they're gonna respect it to the extent that if you do 720 trades in a year, you're gonna earn what's called trader tax status. Trader tax status. That's the most that when you learn that you can lose and win, when you lose, you win. What other knowledge do you need to know? I mean,
So let me ask you. You said 720 trades in a year.
Oh,
You were trading status.
say that one more time.
I could basically claim trader status.
No, it's you gonna earn it. You can apply. I mean, it's not nothing that you can apply for. Exactly what I said. Because if you're using MetaTrader 4, the IRS can only track the frequency of trades. They can't track nothing else. What are we doing? We ain't doing nothing else. So you got to look at the facts. That track record of your trades, if you can show you did 4 trades a day, they want to see Bro, I got a video that I think I made about the tax, but I'll send you the document so you can see. It says it in like 5 lines. Or matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it up here so you. Listen, that's homework. I'm gonna give it to you so you read it. Then we can come back and have.
I need to read that.
But
I put up more than that. I'm telling you, I've done that this year.
what you did 4 trades a day,
More than that.
consistently 700 trades for the whole year last year.
I've been crunching and munching like.
But keyword Louis
Pay time.
keyword but keyword don't miss the lesson. Don't miss the lesson though, because the key of it is 15,000 or better.
That's the part that you're saying. The account has to hold 15,000 or better.
And that's why. And I learned
Be
that.
able to get that exemption.
Yeah, so that's why I put forth the effort to tell everybody, if you working with me, bro, I'm not even playing. I'm helping everybody. Like with I don't even have a 30-day program anymore. My program is now 14 days. You practice, and then we going to get the 100K. So I got a 14-day funding program now. 14 days for you to make 10K. And if you can make 10K in 14 days, I'm not leaving you. I'm making sure I'm giving you your FTMO account. I'm gonna push you every day like this a fucking professional league of trading, because at a certain point, it's like it can't get easier than buying money. It can't get, it's one thing to trade and make a profit, but we're at a point where we can take $200 and get 10K. You can take $700. You can take $2,500 and buy $300,000. Come on. That's pure wealth strategy right there. That's like, you don't have to work your way out of a job. You can keep the job, take $200, get a 10K account. Oh, my bad. We want to do this right way, legally and benefit tax-wise. We don't want to get a 10K. We want to get something bigger than the 15K. So I say 100K just to throw it up there. Because if we keep thinking on this $1,000 level that everybody be thinking on, it's not really going to benefit us. Jamil said one key fact, like, you can benefit when you lose. At a certain point, you got to stop learning and apply. Because when I learned that, I was talking to I learned it. Then I seen this guy, he bought a Bentley. And then I said, did you know that to become a professional trader through the IRS and to benefit tax-wise that you have to do? He didn't know that. And that nigga do $20,000 a day in his businesses. Much love. Hey, you already know what time it is, man. And I see you too, Jay. Louis. So, come on, you don't know Louis? You don't know Louis? Oh my God.
Nah, this is the first time I met him.
So I think Jamil been around for like 5 years. Or has it been 5 years?
It's been that long, Jay. It's been a way. I say about 4.
4, shorter than that. Yeah. It don't matter, man.
2021, 2020, we know what I'm saying. That was coronavirus. The year before that, things was getting good. The year before that, I was in Georgia. So yeah,
Okay, I'm about to wrap it up, y'all. But yeah, much love though, Jay. Oh man, much respect to you, man. Cause when I see you, Jay, is like that pain.
I've been working to get to you, man. Cause like I say, man, you've been doing this for a long time. I seen you rapping and freestyling today, and like I say, the whole concept of making this a game. Man, you got the balls, the bands, the graphics, the ladies in the shirts, the profit ritual. Like I say, man, you a marketing genius, and you gon' like I say, I'm proud of you.
No, you.
The one thing that you taught me.
You.
The one thing you taught me.
You the marketing genius.
I got a group now, P.
Go ahead.
I got a group.
I'm coming. Hold on.
But you taught me that a large audience don't matter. It's gonna come. Start small and affect the people around.
And I see you.
Do it for free.
Go ahead, Jay. And I see you doing, bro. And I see you doing it with grace, class, and style. And then I see you being consistent with so many different things, with flamboyant, then with the paintball, with the gel ball, and then just with the bounce house. It's like, it's you encourage me to help more people, man, through your actions. And I want you to know that every time I see anything that you post, and it's like I see you making your movement, like you make it.
You know I respect you, P. You the man that taught me the basics of real estate.
But you
Find a buyer and find a
seller and close deal.
I'm telling you, people is living off of that strategy right now. All of these real estate dudes, all they doing is find a buyer, seller.
We got a responsibility. Look, when I say profitable ritual, that's a profitable ritual for the morning. That's a
I've been real heavy on passive income. Real heavy. And like I say, you've been doing everything. Like, man, I had to go back and see, man, you was in nice cars and all that shit before I even met you. So like I say, I appreciate you being at home with your kids, and I can hear them being loud. And guess what? You in class.
Hey, you already know.
Just the goddamn studio. Where the studio me?
You so silly, bro. I had to turn the studio into I guess you could say the animal haven. There's like 6 dogs in there right now.
No.
I got it.
Too many dogs.
Yeah, it's too many. It's
I never heard one bark before.
yeah, it's down the hall. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I wanted a studio, but I'm.
All I gotta say, once you get done, you need to set up a little party or a class or an event in Georgia and have all of us attend.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you real shit. Chris, he got a company called iVip, and it's luxurious VIP service. So the tour is in full effect, but all.
Teaching me everything. And I had the idea to teach little kids and shit.
Facts. And see, that's where we all relate.
I already been doing it. And that's like I wanted to holler at you about that too, because I want to send you some shirts from the company and that.
Okay.
Because I already got a little kid, you know what I'm saying, copping crypto and doing his forex trading
Nice.
on the MTA, and he's doing his thing.
Salute.
So
So I tell you what I'm here to do. Like, my program has always been about do 30 days of OO, and we put it in the book, and that child walks.
how
So
much you charge for the OO?
I don't charge anything, bro. What do you?
No, well, if I put, because I have some people that they you know, bro, people paying IML and MXM.
This ain't
And,
that.
all the
Jamel,
they be like, yo, Len, how you
I've
learn?
been in all that shit. Yo, check it out, G.
That
I've
shit
been
don't
in all
work.
that shit.
I know.
Listen, I always had to come back to the OO. You want to believe how many times I slapped myself for saying, God damn it.
Why even pay for that
easiest
shit?
shit in the
What?
world I ain't even want to listen
They
to.
be asking me like, yo, who you learn from every time? Be like, yo, my homegirl Nicole, and really the guy that mentored me was this guy Pierre Robinson. Like, I be listening to him and I keep up on him.
Cause you got to keep this in mind, man. You got to keep this in mind. This how I think. When you ask what you just asked Louis, what I want you to do is throw that shit out your head, and I want you to look at it like this: can I give my children $100? And if I give them $100, let me have them do the 5 steps that Pierre teaches. And if they lose, they should only be losing 20. It's a game of losing 20. That's it. If we lose 20 as a family, that means we lost with discipline. If we don't lose 20, that means like tonight. If you didn't lose, the only thing you did was win. And guess what? No one can determine how much you win. Like Jay said, the kid is looking at the phone. If it go up $40, it's on the child to get out. So with what I teach is I don't charge nothing for the game, bro. Like, it's one thing to be talking about, man, the game is what they say, the game is to be sold, not told. But I'm gonna tell you real shit, nigga. Like, giving the game for free got me, bro. My bad, babe. But I gotta.
It worked for me. Like I say, when you give something away for free that's valuable, yo, when Pete told me that shit 2 years ago, I thought he was talking Spanish.
I'm gonna be right back. Yeah, it's real.
But check it out. It worked though. You know what I'm saying? So man, like I say, it's just an honor just to notice. Like you said, you can teach kids this small little simple thing. And I'm just like I say, I done joined IML. I was with Federa. You know, I got partners in Epic. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? That OO works. The hardest thing for them is to find a good entry. They gotta find entries. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. On the entry, really, most of them get into them companies for that residual income, become a P1000 and a P5000. You know, that's what they really see. And most of them, like, they're not really. I don't know, man. Like, when I go
And then check this out. And
when
then
I was
while
in
me
the company,
studying,
I really consider them traders. Like, everybody talk about, oh, they give you free indicators. They give, but
Man,
why
fuck
am
that.
waiting for a
That
nigga to
don't
send me
work.
a text message? Like, I
that
should
don't
know.
work. That don't work. And then I had to learn that the most successful traders take the least trades per year. You know what I'm saying? So by us taking one trade a day,
Go ahead, Jay.
listen to me, man. Listen to me, yo. The hardest thing in the world. I mean, besides looking at a girl walk by that's real thick, is having a phone and you have access to a trade At the push of a button, you can make money. Man, I don't care what nobody say. This is the illest shit ever because it's like a walking ATM.
Go ahead, preach.
Young lady, for example, now it takes leverage because, like I say, with the gold strategy, if you start off at an oh 01, that shit might bore you. But you got to do it for 30 days and then get to an oh 02, then an oh 03, then a 5, then a 10. That young lady was at $1 raking in that kind of income because she got that kind of account. You know what I'm
Well, I'm
saying?
gonna tell you what see and I'm gonna answer your question, Louis. I'm gonna answer your question. How much is it? How much is it? I want you to think about a number. How I do my business, man. I learned in COVID, bro. I was undervaluing myself for 5 years because I was trying to give a nigga a price. That whole time I was giving niggas prices, I should have not been giving people prices because if I ask you, well, listen, I show people how to make what they're making in first, I started making what I was making in 2 weeks in an hour. So I started showing other people, not that I was making that. I actually started showing people the move.
Man, bye, man. I'm hollering at y'all, man. I'm about to ask you, homie, man. I know we can do this. I'm on the next one whenever you do it. All right.
Let's get it. But see, that's what you got to keep in mind, Louis. My program, I have always been teaching people what worked for me. I never taught what worked for other people. I only can show OO transitioned me from my job. It transitioned me because when you start making what you making in 2 weeks in 1 hour, okay, that might feel like some lucky shit. It's like, oh shit, this shit worked. But then when you do it 2 times back to back in 2 days, you start realizing, do I even need to be trading a lot, really though? So then, it's things like that. So I tell everybody, if you're working with me for 30 days, well, I don't really want you to look at money because if I had to give you a price, I would tell you $7K. So since I send 10.
No, it's not for me. Like,
I'm telling you.
people want to learn the strategy.
I'm-
Like, I try to teach people, bro. But people don't believe. You know what I'm saying? When I tell them, people really don't believe. They be like, whatever, man. You be over there always on your phone looking at them charts and you don't know what you talking
Oh,
about.
so what you really asking me is how to make money teaching it.
No, I don't need. To be honest.
Wait, you breaking up? Hold on. Whew. Damn. Damn, what the hell? Oh, excuse me. Bless you, bless you.
She a lot of times I'm usually working at nighttime, and you know she just brings that positive energy the entire time. It feels really good. Now for all of you who are here, we have people who are in here. Make sure you follow them on socials. I forgot to give them their shine for that, but it was Bad Gal Shay and If These. So make sure you follow them across Twitter, on Twitch, also Gamer Doc. See up there, Gamer Doc, with the QWE at the end, and your boy Ocadrian right here. Follow me on socials when you get a chance to. And also, next week, we're back with more of this show. We got renewed for another episode. It's not canceled yet. And we're going to teach you about Valorant. And you'll be here too. I'm coming! Yeah! Yeah! Good looking out. Hey! High five.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, we're counting down? Ooh.
Oh shoot. We'll try next
This
week.
is a good time to
We'll try next
remind
week.
everybody right now, we're going to do a raid. If you're not familiar with a raid, because it could be your first day on Twitch, right? A raid is when you take everyone in this channel and you put them into another channel unexpectedly. So if you were lurking and you're in bed, congrats, you have no deal with this, but you're going to join us because what you do is you want to raid a channel where someone won't mind where they're at.
Joy, what's going on?
Give the viewer a chance to cultivate.
What's up?
Nothing. So yesterday I didn't get on because I was.
Oh, I don't want to hear that shit. Listen, I didn't call you for all that. Listen, every night this week it broke at 9. You should have been in profit at 9. It's all about discipline. That's what you paid for, okay?
Yeah.
As long as you know that this shit is happening with or without us, tighten up, because if you want that blessing, you got to get, it has to become second nature. And that's what I'm here to help you with. Discipline. I'm giving you 2 weeks to bullshit, but it's not bullshit. Tonight it broke at 9. And guess what? If you tried to get in right now, you would be losing. So you just got to look at being disciplined is actually being disciplined, holding yourself accountable. I gave you the 5 steps as a ritual, but I didn't give it to you as nothing. I didn't give it to you just as a ritual. I gave it to you as a profitable ritual. All right. So as long as you know that, like the name is, it means exactly what it says. It's not a scam. It's not a, what do they call it when you fall? Yeah, it's not false advertising. When I say profitable ritual, I literally mean every night this week you would have been in profit at 9. So it's okay missing a day. And keep in mind, as a profitable trader, you don't have to trade every day, Joy, you know? Because if you look at your results, shit, I could understand. Like, I got other shit, you know, that shit's going good. I got other shit to take care of. I get it. It's not a real account, but it is real results. So long as you understand 30 days is in full effect. If you don't do it, I'm still going to put forth the effort to make sure you do it, because one thing I want you to know is it's still, you know, it's only 2 hours after the break, but the key is you still should be actually, no matter what you're doing in life, if you're going to pay money for a 30-day experience, even if you're late, make a decision, take out that phone, look at that chart, and do it. I don't care what time you do it, because you still can get in now and just see, oh, you know, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. Okay, but just keep in mind, we got to look at results. We got to say every night, what did she do? Was she making in 2 weeks? In an hour? You've done it. I mean, I think one of your days was 800 and what? 700 and...
It was 400.
400 and what?
Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Let me go look and see. Oh, my Lord. Air.
But you good. You ain't got to... I mean, we don't have to go over it.
It's
For...
no. 406.83.
Yeah. And that was in what? 40 minutes or what? 30 minutes or something like that?
Let's say,
Oh yeah, that was at 40. Yeah, because I remember you sent me that you made 80 in 30 minutes or 20 minutes, and then 30 minutes later you was up $400. Yeah, see.
And like those little, this is like a explanation of the small foxes. You know how the words say the small foxes destroy the vine. Like these are those small foxes that build it up. Like. Oh, and the scripture that I was talking about the other day is faith comes by hearing.
Wait, you said faith comes by hearing and
hearing by the word of God.
Yo, you just so faithful. Yo, ass.
I couldn't think of like what the heck.
Yeah, it was on your mind. I hear you. Mm-hmm. But how you doing? Huh?
When last time you talked to Vince?
Was it yesterday or the day before that? You know, because we went to a funding meeting together, so.
Yeah, did you talk to Chris?
He ain't do OO tonight neither, so it's like I gotta talk to him about everybody's account, and you know. But yeah, that's.
Vince had asked about you know, the law and everything. If I heard anything back, and I told him that you were gonna look into it.
Did you check your email?
I mean, I've been checking it. They hadn't said anything, so no news is good news to me.
Yeah, not right now. Once they send you something, but you know, by tomorrow I'll check with Chris, and cause he got an event coming up next week. I think it's the 18th or 20th or something like that. But yeah, within, you know, at least tomorrow I can at least reach out to him, cause I have to go get my LLCs for the few companies I have. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do all of them at one time and do these 5 PPP applications. So I'm going for the bag, the real bag. So, because I feel like if we have somebody like him and his father, who's a financial strategist, and they got a software to help us get this, we might as well. I'm not saying, I learned last year, I already knew not to put everything you got into one thing, but you know, right now, one application is cool, but 2 applications is like, okay, shit. You know, if they deny me on that.
Like, I'm in a place right now where I'm just finding myself, Pierre. Like,
oh, I know. I mean, you making a transition into another state, so you gotta give yourself at least 2 years to really get grounded on what the hell going on here. Where can you make, you know, for real.
God
Yeah.
told me in 2020 a swift transaction.
Mm-hmm.
But everything has been swift.
Yeah.
I'm about to get a job. Look, watch this.
Go ahead.
Watch this, dude. I'm about to get a job working at my daughter's school.
Oh Lord, look at that.
What? That's Joy, right?
And I'm still able to, you know, get on and do OO, and I'll be making $4,000 a month.
What?
Look at you. You ain't playing no games.
Yeah, I gotta remain focused, and like the enemy, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. He comes to throw my focus off.
No, well, listen. I'm gonna tell you this. There is that I understand religious, cause you gotta understand. Profitable ritual is religious. So I understand religious, but as far as enemy, no. I live in a space where when you're in a space of pure creativity, there is no enemy. The only enemy that it could possibly be, that's it. In my world, in the world I'm in, oh, what? Enemy? The white man? What, nigga? Do you know when I'm going to properties? I barely be seeing black people. I be talking to white people. So, and they be like, hey, Pete, you know the one time I really just got rid of that enemy shit? I seen the goddamn house And Alexa was like, oh, there's an estate sale down the street. Now, I feel like I know real estate.
Hey, why would you make that face?
No, because that in my mind, I'm like, oh, you don't know what you talking about, babe. They not trying to sell it. In my mind, I was like, babe, that's not a real estate deal. Estate sale does not mean they selling they property. That means they selling the stuff inside the property. But because this woman said, P, there's an estate sale down the street, I didn't think I was going to make no money with that deal. So I didn't go to it. But then I actually said, P, just go see. Just go see what they got in the house. Do you know when I got in the house, I was like, oh, are y'all looking to sell the house? They was like, yeah, we actually are looking to sell the house. And if I wanted to see the enemy, I was going to be my own enemy. She was trying to tell me something right. And I was about to say, no, that's not a real estate deal. And I showed up to be my own. And I was about to allow myself. See, because when we look in the mirror, I mean, I don't care what religion we believe in. If there's a door, we can't have that mentality. Oh, the enemy stopping me from opening the door. No, open the goddamn. That's just my mentality because I've been in dire situations where it was like, P, if you believe in God, at a certain point you need to take that verse where that boat done sailed to the shore and then you got to get out. And that's how we got to live. Like, I understand enemy. I understand spiritual warfare. I understand mental challenges. I understand psychology. But when you making a trend, when you got your back against the wall like you do, ain't no enemy. An enemy can exist because your back is against the wall. So you can only move forward. There's nothing here. You can only push forward. You can't even go back because it's like the blessing. When you become like as a highly favored person, we can't. I get it. Look, but see, listen, when you reach that space of your name, pure joy, we can't let, and I get it, because my mom always taught me, don't let everyone steal your joy. I get the enemy. I get it. But at a certain point, we gotta leave that shit. We gotta leave that alone, because when you start getting children, it's like they got enemies. You know, they got challenges. Uh-oh, you breaking up. Wait, you was breaking up. Say that again.
So in 2020, the Lord was saying to me that I'm doing everything new. It's gonna be swift. I'm doing everything new. And so in that, I have to I gotta be new.
You said you gotta what?
I said in that I have to be new. My mind have to be new.
Reinvent yourself.
My perspective, it has to be new. It can't stay in the place where it once was. And that right there, like God has been purging me. He's been taking things out of me, Pierre, that, you know, I thought I dealt with it.
It's a release right now. I hear you. I I already know. Yeah.
So I'm in a whole nother place out here. And I'm really trusting him. With the things I don't see, with the things I don't understand.
You have to.
With the things that don't make sense.
You have to. You have to.
All of them.
You have to. You have to. You have to. Because if you let go, let go, let God. It's one thing to actually say that and think of that. But at a certain point, what's out of your hands is out of your hands. You can only be proactive. We can only be proactive. And that's one thing about Vincent. I tell him all the time, I'm like, man, if we're going to do something, like Like, cause me and V, we the type of people, we got all of these great ideas and we'll get around each other and not implement anything because we just got so many. So just not having the enemy idea and then saying, you know what, I'm going to be the master of my own destiny. I'm going to decide the life that I want to live. I'm going to decide where I want to be in life, where I want to be in my mind. Because first and foremost, nothing happens without the mind. So mentally, we got to be sane here. And you like meeting you, because you're like my mother don't talk like you. My stepmother she's always religious. Like she always go back to the word or God and just God say, you know, she you kind of remind me of my stepmother. But it's like, yeah, I mean it you always see me. I don't the spiritual thing and the religious thing. I kind of, and that's why I like having people like you, because it's like me, my mind be so much on not making money, but wealth strategy so that we could do what we love. My mind don't really even be looking at money. My mind be on some, like you said, 1,400.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
God, and when you say religious and the whole, we ain't even talking about church or act of doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I get, you know, that your mind is focused on that. Where you think it comes from, though? Your creativity, where you think it comes from?
Well, you gotta keep in mind, I always give, every day I get up, I feel like when I open my eyes and see just how my life has changed in 6 months, when we say worship, and that word meaning to show great admiration or what is it? To show great adoration and respect. When I get up and wake my child up, that's me thanking God, because God, first of all, gave me come on, it's a seed walking around. There would be no God. Come on. So when I get up, look, I thank God when I get up and see that baby. When I see that baby, that's my way of thanking my creator, because I'm like, I created. I was empowered to create. So when I look at my child, I already know for a fact. And I lost my child. I lost both of my children. You see what I'm saying? I lost both of my children in an area where, and Vincent was there. I was in a space where it was drug infested, transvestites. It was so much going on, and I never thought about giving my children up. But I was like, P, you in the city with the drugs and you got to get out of that. So you got to go through the struggle and get where you need to be. So to be in a 4-bedroom home, even though I think about having complexes and things of that nature, I got to go look at a complex tomorrow. I have to look at, we were in a Benz at one point. All of us were in a Benz car. And then we lost that car, and then rooming house and hotel, and to be in a 4-bedroom and to be in a situation to be in a position to go and get 2 more houses right now. Come on, Joy. God is. Do you know my logo? Do you know my real estate logo has a hand reaching to a hand, and that hand is God reaching. It says True Essence. True Essence is God. My company is called True Essence Investors. What's the True Essence? Well, this chain is God over everything. That's what this chain is. It's like, well, I will admit, to me, I think when it comes to, like, when I talk to people, because I was at a point in life where I was giving God the glory in conversation, but then I had to look back at Jesus, and then I had to look at being a servant. I had to look at being a servant, Joy.
Hi.
Oh, God, man. Just beating me up. Say hey, Joy.
Hi.
Oh. Where's mommy at? Say hey, Joy. That's Auntie Joy.
Mom's outside.
Say hey.
I'm laying on the carpet.
You need to lay down, Jay, because you gotta go. You gotta get up in the morning. Did you pee on yourself? Boy, how you gonna pee on yourself and sit on me? Huh? Today, oh, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Well, we was gonna find out in the morning. You know, I'm so out of tune with dates, cause he was out.
Well, her birthday is tomorrow, and her school
Is out.
So I know her school is out.
Was your school out yesterday? See, they school was out yesterday. It's crazy. I don't understand. Joy, I do not understand. Like, if we was living in this time, I would have been like, we ain't got to go to school.
Man, these kids get out for everything. But, Pierre, like, really, I'm so sick. Thank you. And I just,
But you right, though.
I've prayed, that God would, dispatch his whole angels around Vincent and send people, sound people, to speak into his life, to pour into him, and to, show him and lead him whenever he gets stuck. Thank you for being one of those angels.
Aw, you an angel too, Joy.
But I can only do so much.
No, but see, being an angel, I don't think you have a choice over whether you're an angel or a demon if you want to go there. But I think it's just in you. It's either in you to be the angel or it's in you to be the demon. I don't think you have control over it. What's going on?
God plays people strategic. Boy, when I say strategic, it ain't meant strategic.
Yeah.
He ain't got nothing on God.
At all. None of us do. None of us do. Because I tell people this all the time. I was like, did you know how you were going to get to the age you are? Did you know where you would be at the age you are? None of us could ever figure out. I mean, we could plan on where we want to be, but you don't know the shit you're going to go through, the unexpected. It's just, you can't even fathom. I mean, we do got control over the decisions that we make, but the things that's going to happen outside of us, and that's why martial art is a good thing to learn, because it's like, it teaches you it teaches you to embrace the things that's happening around you. Like, if someone's coming to hit you, you can either be afraid of the punch or embrace it and use the punch against the person. You can take a failure and let it hurt you, or you can take the failure. Like, when I lost 8,000, that was a fucking failure. That's like, nigga, what the P, you fucking up. But I said, no, P, 8,000 is coming and it's going. And there's some people doing millions in seconds. So I said, you know what? If currency is energy, let me change my mentality about money. But I had to go through God. I had to go through 10, probably 15 years of just what my dad said. He said, long suffering bring about a big change. Long suffering? That's God. Look, yeah, I'm 31. I'm just now getting to a space where it's like, woo, okay. It started, but I know it's gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep having.
And you are on the right track, and like you will be able to help so many young people our age, like you.
But see, you just said you was getting a job though. You just said you was getting a job at your daughter's school, so you're more in the trenches than I, because you got to keep in mind, my whole vision is let's distribute to the children. Let's give it, because if we can teach this to the children, that's going to change the economy. That's gonna change the whole economical structure of life, because if all the kids grow up as investors.
Oh, hold on, bro. I didn't even tell you I had a daycare business.
Go ahead.
Look, I had the infants coming out, sucking their balls, talking about,
Yo, that's crazy, nigga. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's the that.
Mommy got a sucker.
Joy, I think that is a great marketing ploy, because it's like a baby on some shit, like a baby in a baby bottle on some shit. I didn't even think of that. Drinking the milk. That shit'd be funny as hell, but on some, is that investing? I'm gonna tell you what that'll be like. That'll be like the Gerber for trading, but the Geico. I mean, not Geico, but what was it? Because if you see a baby drinking a bottle and saying you would also have to see like trading stuff too. Oh my God, you got a brilliant fucking mind. I would have never thought of no shit like that. That's crazy.
I just, like, yeah, I don't mean strangers. I don't mean strangers.
You coming out of your shell?
So it's real.
Out of your shell?
It's real easy for me to, talk to people. It's real easy. But, it's still kind of scary, because I don't know. Like, that's why I'm saying, God placed the right people at the right time. Like, everybody don't have access.
Yeah.
They can't have access.
Yeah.
Only the people who's authorized.
Go ahead. You sound just like me. She said only the people that's authorized. Only the niggas that qualify. I hear you. Hey,
People have motives, they have agendas, and we can't see, but God can.
Preach. Oh, you preaching. You preaching now. You see, you gonna make me bring out the Bible, because you're behind. I'm gonna have to start. Look, when I start calling you, I'm gonna just start having the Bible in hand, so you can just give us our Bible study. We're gonna have to. I think we. But see, we can do it. I mean, if he down, I'm down. I'm down regardless. But
God gotta deal with him in his own way. I don't know how to.
well, I think like I realize. One of the most unfortunate realities is that growing up with a father with one wife, that's one life, and that's a life that a lot of our ancestors lived. But one thing about living in this time, that multiple women thing is starting to because you gotta look at. It's two perspectives. You got one perspective where there's one world of people in a religious cult. That's the world of Christians and Islam and Muslims, and that's a one world. In one world, you have a cult of people that they worship something that they can't see. They believe in something that they can't see, but they can feel it with their heart. They can feel it with their soul and mind. But then on the other side, you have this one, or let me say this, you have this one perspective where it's out of your mind. God is out of our mind. It is one mind and great mind and all of that. But in one world, you have a group of people, they're worshiping things that they cannot see, but they have the full belief and faith in it. That's the world that we grew up in, and that's the world that we live in. But then you got another group of people that are living in this world.
But are they of the world, though? Because I'm not of the world.
They're living and having experiences in this world. So when in this world. So are they of the world? That goes back to character. So V is in a space where he's living and having experiences in this world. And I'm not really sure if he's a single man. You know, I don't know. I'm not in his business like that. But even myself, I feel as though, you know, having, like, because for me, it's a struggle when I'm talking to you, because when you say God got to deal with him, I think when we should say God got to deal with someone when they doing fucked up shit. But in your situation, I know your disposition. I know where you at, and then I know where V at. So I could understand why you say God got to deal with him. But when I went and spent time with V the other day, he's the most he's the most proactive that I've ever seen him. When I'm gonna tell you, before I met you, when I would link up with V, we wouldn't do meetings. We couldn't even get out the house because we had so many brilliant ideas. Then I said, P, maybe it might not benefit you to be trying to meet with V, because V would always smoke weed. I'm like, bro, and then he got his loft by himself, and then his girl was there. So for me, I was like, you know what? I don't want you smoking weed, V, bro, because that we don't get nothing done. But when I started leaving V, he started actually executing better. Even though we had a great time and talking about these great ideas, God started taking everything. Like when you talking about dealing with that man, I seen him get stuff and lose it 2 times in a matter of a year and a half. Like he got one thing, lost it, then got it back, then lost it, brand new, and then lost it. So I think he in. But see, he's gonna be. But some people, we have to actually master our destiny, and with destiny, like they say, truth and belief. The difference between truth and belief is can be standing up, but when truth come in, belief got to sit down. And the truth is that when you research sapiosexuals, right, it's a turn on, and it actually empowers our mentality. It just makes us better. It doesn't make us worse. It makes us better. And it makes the people around us better. And that's what we got to look at when it comes to, because when you say dealing, I look at, no, Vince is not going no other route than when I went and spent time with V. So I don't even want to talk about it because, you know, that was a personal experience. But I told him years ago, I said, you got to embrace the people that's in your life. Because you have people that care about you, but at the same time, you can't be who you not. You're a wonderful person. So if you feel as though you love her and you like her and they like you and they love you and they care about you, you need to embrace the energy. And when he started embracing the energy, his arrogance started getting the best of him. So then that would push everybody away. And then he would lose everything. But now, I don't see that same arrogance. I don't see that same mean asshole. I see he's actually learning how to have multiple relationships and multiple loving When I told Alexa that, I was like, when I went and spent time with V, he wasn't on no player shit. I could clearly see he was not on no player shit. He had people that was around him that cared about him, and he cared about those people. And at a certain point, you could see you could see a certain hint of it, but on another side, it's like, oh, he going for what he got to get. He going for it, and he delegated, and he's utilizing the people. Like you said, people. He's utilizing us. It's not just about you or this girl or that girl or this. And I tell Alexa that.
Can I get that box, please?
What, baby?
Hey, Alexa.
Hi, darling. How are you?
I'm good, and you, love.
But sometimes in life, though, Joy, you actually want to experience certain things. And one thing about us is, like, we like beautiful people. You know, and he's starting to not be afraid of knowing, hey, bro, it's okay to have, you know, relationships. And we have to be mature. in those relationships. He's growing, but he's in a space where it's like you are very relevant, but at the same time, when a man has a plan, when a man got a plan, like you got your plan, you got to actually say, hey, V, what is your plan? And when you see and he tells you his plan, then you got to understand why he's making the moves he's making. Because I realized one thing. When he lost everything the second time, I was like, that nigga is actually willing to lose everything to get what he wants.
I'm really hot and dizzy.
I never seen nobody willing to lose. That nigga, he got everything he wanted. Then he was willing to lose it all to get what he wanted. And that it's just like you. You got to look at it. You willing to lose. You started over. You was willing to say, you know what? I'm going to just start brand new. And listen to what you told me tonight. You can't go back from where you at now because it's like, P, I'm about to get a job making this much. Can't nobody stop you from that. Only you. And we all are in a good space. COVID, we had a certain challenge. I met you in COVID. And now you here. I was wondering if you was going to come here. But now that you here, we can't have, like, I'm the type of person, if somebody come around with negative energy, I'll get up and I'll ask them, hey, can you move on? Or I'll move on. Because the negativity, we can't, like, and I'm not saying you're negative, but I do notice that a lot. You're like, but I know where it's coming from. You know? So I can't even be like, oh, no.